Okay, so Tim Ryan is running for president. He says he wants to bring compassion and clarity back to the White House. So, is that not just the best thing in the world? You know how I like sparkly things. Jeez. Anyway, compassion and clarity back to the White House. He is running for president. The Democrats have 9 million people running for president. The Republicans have 1. So, what are your chances? Temperance. A cat in water. I guess that doesn't really mix well. So if you go into red states, you'll do a lot better. Not better in the red states, but you'll do a lot better as far as image goes, because it'll show that you are reaching out to those who normally would just be dismissed by the establishment of the Democratic Party, because they're, don't go talk to the basket of deplorables. The people, like Obama said, cling to their guns and their religion. All of that was true. They are deplorable. They do cling to their guns and their religions. I'm surrounded by both, so I know this. But you gotta talk to them anyway. Because if you're going to be their president too, then they want to know, at the very least, that you're going to at least acknowledge I exist. Address my concerns. Just because my views are outdated does not mean that I'm no less of a person. 3 of Swords. That is some separation. Like I said, separation is not always divorce. Sometimes it's just distance. So you're going to have to go out of your way. 7 of Swords, there's your strategy. Yeah, there are certain things that you want. If you want to be president, you're going to have to do. 10 of Cups. So reaching across the aisle to talk to those you normally wouldn't is, I guess, a priority for you. The Knight of... I didn't look anything up on him other than his donation page is all I seen, and then I just seen the compassion and clarity back to the White House, and I just said, let's just do the reading, we'll see what we get. So there's your methodical nature, again with the tiger. So you do have a strategy. You do have a plan. So that's good for you. You come out the box prepared, which is a very good thing for not just a candidate, but a president, a person who can go down with pen and paper and come out with a plan. Knight of Cups, there's your idealism. Oh, King of Cups, this is your compassion then. Yeah, that's you reaching across the aisle. Ace of Wands, so the new action. I don't know how that's an Ace of Wands, but go for it. But that's, the new action is in the fear. So you're not completely comfortable with the trajectory that you're going to have to take on this campaign, but it's not a bad thing. It's just an uncomfortable thing. Your hopes, 4 of Wands. Plan off the ground, doors open, success. Ace of Pentacles. That's in your environment. the Four of Swords. That is your rest, your pause. So fundraiser, pause. And this is more like step back to do more planning than it is like, okay, we got some money, let's stop. No, it's more planning. You're a planner. King of Wands, though, is in your word of warning. So it's not a person, it's an action. Don't be abrasive. Don't be unapproachable. Don't be an ass. Don't be ruthless. Don't be aggressive. You can be a leader. You can be strong. You can be confident, but you cannot be harsh. So if you want to go out and after Donald Trump, go after him, but just beware of your tone. The Chariot. It's your word of solace. So there is some victory on the campaign trail. You're going to do very well there. And then Justice, which is a balance card. So you're good there. You are going to run a very good campaign. Nominee, I don't know, but campaign-wise, it's going to be good. Just mind your manners is all. You don't have to be soft, but you do have to be not harsh. You know, don't go out and hurl insults at Donald Trump, because you don't want to appear to be petty. You can be petty, just don't appear that way. Six of Cups. It's nostalgia. That's the past. The Tower. Eight of Disc. That is the Eight of Pentacles. That is a very interesting image. You have the little lamb surrounded by predators. This is supposed to be a card of work. Now, I don't read the books, I just get the cards. So I'm pretty sure the book explains the image, but I'm not that interested. I want my own interpretation. But it's interesting. The work card, and then the Queen of Wands. This is in the past, so it's not something you would have to answer for, but it's just like a breaking of something personal. So I'll actually just leave that alone. That seems to be more personal than I need to even go into, so we'll leave that there. There's Justice again. Ten of Wands. Something weighs you down. This is more, it's not always a burden card. Sometimes it's just a hard work card, because the Ten of Wands usually indicates a person with the 10 wands trying to get somewhere. So it's just hard work. Very, very cumbersome. Page of Cups. Before I started pulling these cards, I got the from Spirit saying he should consult psychics, tarot readers, things like that. And then there it is. This is the High Priestess in the Page of Cups are my intuition cards. This is the cards of psychic revelations or intuition or something like that he should consult. It's a psychic message. Page of Swords. This is the inside. Sort of inside knowledge, inside person, inside man. The Knight of Disc. So there's the methodical nature as well. So maybe it's not so much you need to consult, but embrace that sector of the community. Not that you would or want to, but it would be something different. The Sun. Joy, confirmation. Five of Wands. There's the bickering. The fights. I think that's what you need clarity on. And for that, I think you may want to consult maybe some healers or someone who does Reiki and maybe someone who does numerology. Because you are, like I said, you are a planner. You are a bullet point person. So someone can lay out something for you to explain what's going on, and then you can take that information and do what you need to. That way you don't have some obscure derivation of what it is you're actually trying to do. You have a plan that's, structured. Temperance. There's a cooperation and a getting along, a compromise. So yeah, you need someone on your side that can peer into information you don't have. Four of Swords. Rest. Five of Swords. That is a dishonor. That is a weird image again. They're holding someone's hand, but that person is not in the picture. They're surrounded by owls. So you can be surrounded by something that sort of indicates knowledge. Interesting. I might have to read the book on these images. There is the Page of Pentacles. So there is some money. Money news. Again with the money and the rest card. So, and then the Ten of Cups. So you got some money coming in. Your chances for president are interesting. And by interesting, I mean they're not good or bad. They're beginning. So I think we may have to revisit him because we have not heard the last of him. So I would say he has a good chance. Because initially what I get from him is, okay, we're planning right now. This is the plan we have. Once he enacts that plan, then all hell is going to break loose on the Democratic field. So he may be a front runner just because he is more prepared than the rest. But we'll see.